Here.
Ms. Person West, Dr. Redis,
Here.
Mrs. McLean,
Here.
Mrs. Wonka,
Here.
and Mr. Steele.
Okay, let's see. We have someone from Boone Park who's going to do the invocation tonight. Who is this?
Logan Boyd.
Logan Boyd. Thank you. Mr. Boyd?
Oh, sharp, the little girl.
He does look sharp.
Boy.
Please bow your heads. Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for bringing us together today. Please help us make good choices for our schools and everyone in them. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you. Here. Are your parents with you? Thank you. Okay. Flag salute.
Pledge.
Yeah, Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to a republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. My name is Giselle Jackson. Third.
Third grade. Third grade. Thank you. And her mom. Thank you, Miss Jackson. Okay, let's see. Vision and mission statement. Dr. Redis, please.
Our vision. The vision is our community, our schools, where your future begins. Our mission, the North Little Rock School District will prepare all students for their future by offering a well-rounded, rigorous, relevant, and innovative education that allows each child to achieve their full potential in a safe, supportive learning environment to be future ready.
Thank you. Ms. Wonkum?
As a community, our moral purpose is that all children will achieve a high-quality teacher, have a high-quality leader, and a supportive learning environment. We will not allow an achievement gap in the North Little Rock School District.
Thank you. Ms. Williams, the North Little Rock graduate profile?
The North Rock School District graduate profile of future-ready skills acquired upon graduation: communication, critical thinking, collaboration, creativity and innovation, work-life balance, information, media, technology, problem-solving, research, personal finances, culture and global awareness, career development, civil and personal responsibility, leadership, ethics, environment, and outdoor education.
Thank you.
Organizational core values: integrity, honesty, fairness, accountability, promise to students, diversity and inclusion, continuous learning, teamwork, service and hospitality, and innovation. And our 5-year strategic plan goals: Goal 1, rigorous, relevant, and innovative learning; Goal 2, safe, healthy, and supportive learning environments; Goal 3, organizational effectiveness; Goal 4, high-quality teachers, leaders, and staff; Goal 5, engage, inform, and empower stakeholders.
Thank you. Okay, we're on to recognition. Yeah. Dustin?
Yeah, presentation. So, Madam President and members of our Board of Education, which is one of the most exciting things that we get to do at our regular meeting, is at our student presentation. So we want to welcome our principal, Ms. Stroud, at Boone Park Elementary School, and her entire staff. So we'll welcome her to introduce her scholars and her team for your student presentation.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Principal Stroud of the amazing Boone Park Elementary School. Whoop, whoop. I would like first thank you guys for having us. Superintendent Paluski, School Board, thank you for having us tonight. We're going to start with Ms. Shakaya Flood, 5th grade student, and she is going to bring the Boone Park School Creed.
I am a Boone Park Bingle. I am fresh every day. I believe in me, my teachers believe in me, and I will succeed the Boone Park way.
Next up, we're going to have Ms. Delavan, 5th grade ELA teacher, who is going to introduce our next two speakers.
Hi, I'm Brianna Delavan. Like Ms. Stroud said, I teach 5th grade ELA at Boone Park. And one of the ways that we want our students to be successful is to be critical thinkers. One way we're doing this year is to provide Lego Club and kind of a different outlet for those students to give them another option to think. So we're going to start with Eddie Bunch and go to LeBron Brockman.
Hello, my name is Eddie Butch, and I'm a 5th grader at Boone Park. I have attended Boone Park since I was in kindergarten. This year, I'm a member of the Boone Park Lego Club. We meet once a week on Fridays after school and get to build things to show our creativity with other 3rd through 5th grade students. There's also a Lego Club for kindergarten to 2nd graders on Mondays, but I'm too old for that group.
Hello, my name is LeBron Brockman, and I am also a 5th grader at Boone Park. I have attended Boone Park since I was in kindergarten. I'm a member of the Boone Park Lego Club. Each week at Lego Club, Ms. Delavan presents us with a new problem that we must solve using Legos. We are given a design sheet where we get to design and sketch our build, and then we get to build the solution with Legos. Last week, our problem was that we were on a deserted island with no way to get home. For our solution, we had to design and build something to help us off the island. I designed a pirate ship to help get me home. I built a large hole to help move the boat, and even included a window to help me see in the ship. I also included a little TNT to help keep me safe on the open water. I love Lego Club because I get to use my imagination, and the club is a safe space for me.
To help me escape the deserted island, I designed and built a submarine mixed with a helicopter. The different elements of my design allows me to fly through the air and swim fast underwater if needed. I love Lego Club because I get to play with Legos and use my imagination to solve problems.
Can you show your build? You can grab your build. You can show them your build. And they did get to bring their builds and their sketches with them today from last week. So this is what they designed and got to build last week.
Thank you, Shakaya and Eddie and LeBron. Future scientists, mathematicians, and all the things. Next, we have Miss Garvey, Our third grade students in her class have been engaged in a unit focused on the sea, and so they are going to come up and talk about all things sea for the last 9 weeks.
Thank you. I have with me today, I have Danielle Hines, I have Kazi Brooks, I have Briley Smith, and I have Anaí Romero. And so we are excited to show you what we've been learning about the sea. Okay. Okay, ready? Okay.
Why do scientists study the sea?
They're presenting it to you is what they've been told. Okay. All right.
Why is the giant squid mysterious? The reason why is because not many people have seen it no more. And it's at 3,800 feet in the ocean. It goes up to 2,000 feet to get food.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
How did we explore the characteristic of a giant squid? We learned about books, and we had the idea of using Epic to help us explore the sea and sea creatures.
We use something called Epic that helps us really learn, and we research it. We research books and videos so we can learn about more about the sea and the giant squids. And back in the days, they called a giant squid a kraken. Because
Okay, on this picture, we researched about giant squid, and it was 60 feet long. So we took a picture. How long is the giant squid?
All right.
They'd like to show you.
Good job. Uh-oh.
Oh, they're going to show
That was
us.
a giant
Wow.
squid. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
That is long.
Oh, my.
That could be the best part right there. Hold on tight, Miss Temple.
I better wrap it around my head.
Holy Lord.
That is very long.
60 foot? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Giant squid.
That is awesome.
Ooh, all the way out to Willow Street.
Wow. Wow.
That's the size of the largest giant squid ever found. So.
Hold on tight.
Very
That was
good.
too cute.
Best thing we do.
And
Wow. Nice touch.
and they'd like to tell you about their books that they've read.
Okay.
Ayari is not here, but she wanted to share that she found that after she researched the giant squid, she found the giant squid with another book and found out more information about it, and also found a sperm whale eating the giant squid, which she learned from the book. So.
Love it.
When we was learning about Jackal, so we noticed he really loved the sea, and he invented stuff. He invented the oxygen tank, and he used a pair of goggles.
All right.
On this page is a giant squid, and this is a giant squid compared to a person. On the book that I was reading, Shark Attack, I saw a page that in the front of the great white shark mouth is megalodon tooth, but in the inside is great white shark jaws.
In the book Amos and Boris, I found a picture of a sperm whale getting pushed off by the wind of a hurricane.
All right.
Good job.
Awesome.
Out of all 5 books that we learned in 9 weeks, we have learned a lot of stuff.
Thank you.
Good job.
So as you can see, there's lots of teaching and learning going on at the Boone Park Elementary School. And it'll show up in our Atlas data after this school year. Where our motto is every learner, every day, the Boone Park way. Thank you guys so much.
Ms. Stroud, do you want to have your students come up and take a picture?
Let's come up, students.
And then their parents with them too?
Come on, Boone Park parents, students.
Good job.
Miss Dees, Miss Dees. Jones, give me these. Come on up here. Miss Dees.
Let me get the students and the staff first, and then we'll get the parents.
Okay. Hold on one second.
Now, you want the families?
We're gonna get your grown-ups in it. Here, come back real quick. We're gonna get your grown-ups to come in.
Y'all gotta get tight. Get in.
When Sean in, we all love each other.
Could you all stand up on top right here? That'll help. Okay.
Y'all, can y'all go up there? Or?
The grown-ups.
The grown-ups. The grown-ups. Y'all gotta get tight so we can get everybody in.
Hold on, where's the fight?
Corbin, can you go up, please?
Yep, I can go up.
Can you squeeze?
Good job.
Good job, guys. Good job.
I said I like the Lego club. I love that. And learn about some squids.
That's why I want to know who's going swimming in the ocean.
Maybe we should have asked if you ever had calamari. It's yummy.
Public Education Foundation.
Oh, you good?
Excuse me,
Know
everyone.
what I'm talking about.
So for tonight, we're going to recognize the North Little Rock Public Education Foundation. The North Little Rock The North Little Rock Public Education Foundation was founded in 2006 as a way to be a partner in improving academic achievement for students in the North Little Rock School District through community support. The organization is made up of our rich community's business, civic, and educational leaders who are invested in the lives of our students and staff. They hold fundraising events throughout the year to support various initiatives in our schools. Just recently, as they have done for years, they surprise teachers throughout the district with innovative teaching grants. Teachers apply for these grants that will fund educational lessons and opportunities for students. Over the years, these grants have provided more than $185,000 in financial support. We are proud to have these partners in education, and we thank them for their continued support. The North Little Rock Public Education Foundation. Y'all come on up.
Thank y'all. Thank you. We love y'all.
I want to thank y'all. Thank you so much for recognizing. This kind of makes me nervous being back here. No, I want to thank my team, first of all, before y'all leave. I couldn't do it without the team. But thank y'all for being behind us and supporting. We love working with our teachers and helping them out. So thank you.
You'll see on the agenda that the North Little Rock Wildcat Foundation is also being recognized tonight, but they are not able to be here, so we will recognize them at our November meeting. Our final recognition tonight, it seems that Jonah Pulliam is a regular at our school board meetings. That's because he keeps on exhibiting academic excellence. He has been recognized previously for earning a perfect score on the PSAT and earning a perfect score on the ACT. Now he's back before you as he is a National Merit semifinalist. You can clap there. The National Merit Scholarship Corporation announced the names of more than 16,000 semifinalists in the 70th annual National Merit Scholarship Program. This is a coveted accomplishment as these high school seniors have the chance to compete for scholarships worth nearly $26 million next spring. In addition, semifinalists will have to satisfy a wide range of requirements in order to advance to the finalist level. Arkansas has 135 National Merit semifinalists this year. According to the National Merit Scholarship Corporation, over 1.3 million juniors in about 21,000 high schools entered the 2025 National Merit Scholarship Program by taking the PSAT last year, which served as an initial screen of program entrants. The nationwide pool of semifinalists represent less than 1% of all U.S. high school seniors, and they include the highest scoring entrants in the state. The number of semifinalists in a state is proportional to the state's percentage on the national total of graduating seniors. So aside from that, Jonah is a member of the cross-country and track and field teams. He's a member of Mu Alpha Theta and the North Little Rock Mayor's Youth Council. And he and a classmate have started a math tutoring company. So if you know someone who needs tutoring in math, be sure to call Jonah and Sawyer Bivens. His entire academic experience has all been in the North Little Rock School District. He started at Indian Hills Elementary School. Pulliam is applying for colleges as we speak and plans to study either mathematics or economics.
We are so proud.
So proud of you. Good evening to Dr. Paluski, board, and North Little Rock community. October is noted as the month to highlight the girl child. International Day of the Girl Child. Our parent North Star, our recipient has been supporting teachers and achieving results for many years along with his wife. Our October recipient is in tune to the needs of his daughter. He listens and supports as she is growing in her academics. Our recipient is passionate and non-negotiable mindset for learning. He supports the North Little Rock School District Dads on Duty initiative and desires to see all children succeed. He's a faithful member of Dr. Paluski's Parent Advisory Committee who meets monthly. Our recipient asks very good questions, but is always providing ideas and solutions as well. Our recipient is always ready to support any and all programs focused on supporting North Little Rock School students. Our recipient is a proud girl dad of a 4th grade student at Crestwood Elementary. Help me salute our October Parent North Star, Mr. Nate Camper. All right. That was hard work. Congratulations, Mr. Nate. Our Great Rising Mentor recipient is no stranger to North Little Rock community, especially the North Little Rock NFL. He is a youth football mentor and coach with the North Little Rock Youth Wildcats. He is very passionate about the success of all of his players on the field and in the classroom. He attended an event where I was speaking about the need for mentors. He said a couple of weeks went by and he felt the need to reach out after I asked him to plan a parent meeting after I drove by and saw all the hundreds of parents parked on a Saturday morning at Sherman Park to support the North Little Rock football. After completing his background check and getting the approval, he was ready to get into schools. He has supported our 6th through 8th grade campus during lunch. He's asked to visit with me because he wants to make sure that he reaches out to other coaches to ensure that they become a part of our Charging Up Mentor program to help support our students that are on the field as well as in the classroom. We're scheduled to meet early November to recruit more mentors to support our youth in our schools. Help me salute October's Great Rising recipient, Coach Donald Bone. And he is really shocked. He was like, what?
So we're on to executive closed session per North Little Rock School District Policy 1.14A, stating that private or closed discussions by the board may occur as part of a regular or special board meeting. Executive sessions may be held only for the purpose of considering employment, appointment, promotion, demotion, discipline, resignation of an employee, or to discuss matters of pupil punishment if requested by parent or legal guardian. No resolution, agreement, or motion considered in executive session shall be legally binding unless the board reconvenes in public session and presents the item for a vote of the membership. Additionally, Arkansas Code Title 25, Chapter 19, Section 106(2)(c)(1) states that we need to announce the purpose of our executive session. So I'm asking you to join me in executive closed session to discuss the following matters: employment, appointment, promotion, demotion, discipline, or resignation of an employee. Public comments. Okay, on to board member and superintendent involvement. Dr. Redis?
Okay, let's see. I have a list this month. I attended the Glenview Day. It was wonderful. All of the football games, of course. It was nice to see the little Wildcats come out before our boys came out at one of the games. That was really cute.
The Glenview? I think it was a Glenview.
It was, no, they came at the Plastic Academy game.
Oh, okay.
They came out before. The board workshop for the licensed employees. September's Parent Hour of Power. It was the Safety Matters with the Safety Services. Officer Eubanks was there. Officer Corbin on his birthday, he came out and talked to the parents. Nurse Green and Chief Finks. I attended the Take Your Legislatures to Lunch with the Center of Excellence. We had Journey, Benjamin, Jordan, Walt, Daniel, Garrett, Troy, Ari, might be Arai, Kate, Senator English, and Representative Wing. I attended the North Little Rock High School announcement for Baldwin and Shell Construction Company for the COE. And the 6th grade luncheon, we had Conley, Eva Jean, McKinsley, Palmer, Connor, Charity, Caden, Joyce, Jocelyn, and Julian. And let's see, I went to the pep rally for the high school and homecoming. And lastly, just looking forward to Tuesday because I'll be 60.
And got out there.
Congrats.
Ditto all that. I just want to say, parents, please make sure that you are doing your background checks so you can come and assist within the schools because we need assistance from PTA to PTSA to any and all involvement.
Go ahead.
I pretty much attended mostly everything with Dr. Redis, and the luncheon, the superintendent luncheon, we were at the 6th grade campus, and I am trying to convince my dear friend Palmer to become a Kansas City Chiefs fan, because he is stuck on Steelers. But we're gonna
nothing wrong with that.
We're gonna try to get him over to the winning team.
Nothing wrong with that.
Excuse me. Jets.
Your turn.
Oh, to the board members, Madam President and Superintendent, I attended the COE luncheon September the 26th, football presentation on the 26th, also September. Then we, the North Rock Public Education Foundation, we presented grants to school valued at $13,000 plus. That was very good for grants collaborative as well. Then went to the North Rock City ribbon cutting for the mayor. That was very, very exciting that we'll be getting a new center for the North Rock City. Also, I went to North Rock Academy to celebrate with Ms. Touchstone the National Hispanic Heritage Month. And also my sorority, we supported Boone Park by donating pumpkins for their fall festival. And then we had, I visited Highway 161, our other building, to take those persons there some trick and treats. And then attended Baldwin and Shell partnership with the North Rock High School. Very impressive. Thank you.
I think we have a whole lot of overlap there. I did help with the state regional tournament at Burns Park for tennis. I've been to several tennis matches, and we have some shining stars in Caroline Jones and Evan Randall and Georgia King. And our girls' tennis, I think, are the 6A state champs. And we have the state tournament there next week, I believe it is. I was at the Academy partnership with Baldwin and Shell, and it was wonderful. Dr. Redis was there too. I did go to our North Little Rock School District retired employees meeting this month, and we learned about health plan options for 2025. I did participate in the Wildcat Foundation Trivia Night, but sadly our team did not win. But we didn't come in last either, so that's good. I was at the ceremony for the city for this new civic center that's going to be built and have, I think it's a some Hilton hotel that's going to be built in conjunction with it here in North Little Rock. That is going to be such a wonderful thing for our city. And so that was a very, very nice ceremony. And I did attend that board luncheon at the 6th grade school, and I happen to know that Steelers fan that you're talking about, Mr. Palmer.
Give him
That's
extra
my
credit.
grandson. And, of course, homecoming. That was wonderful. All the girls looked so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It was a wonderful night.
Ditto to a few of those things. Didn't attend all of them, but did get a chance to attend a couple of football games, even a junior high game, which was very interesting. And I can honestly say that help is on the way. We got some good young players, good young athletes that are just coming along real well. Some of the other events I attended, but I wanted to take a moment to actually acknowledge, give tribute to a young man named Ellis Roby. With Ellis in your class, Dr. Anthony, in your class, he passed. Ellis Roby passed. He was a great student and a great athlete. He went to the University of Arkansas on a baseball scholarship, and he unexpectedly and tragically passed a few days ago, and just wanted to let the board know and let you guys know. Great North Little Rock student.
Dr. P? Well, real quick before Dr. P goes, if you don't mind, I forgot I left out, I went by the Academy last week, North Little Rock Academy, and I have been so busy, but I finally got them some supplies over there, and I had a good donation of some new clothes and some gently used clothes, and we took some belts by there too. So, hey, guess what? They gave me another brainiac idea. I need to start collecting belts so I can take to the academy. They would really like to have that. So Ms. Scroggins and Mr. Williams was very appreciative of the clothes. And also cologne. So I have a deal going with one of the students, Mr. K.D. Kennedy. And we have a deal going, and he has to look up a word and let me know the meaning of that word, and he's going to get some Dolce & Gabbana cologne. Oh, I didn't bring no junk, baby. I bought the good stuff.
All right, Madam President, members of our Board of Education, I feel like I say this every time. I'm going to go fast. I had the honor and the privilege on September 20th to ride the bus with the football team and experience behind the scenes in the locker room with our student athletes when we played Catholic. So that was a very enjoyable experience for me, and I appreciate our football team and our coaches and what they do and everyone that comes out to support them. On the 23rd, you saw Mr. Jonah. Again, we had a recognition at the high school for him. On the 24th of September, our superintendent's teacher advisory, we're doing some great work, was with Ms. Williams at the Meadow Park PTA talking about the millage. We talked about the COE luncheon. All of us had been at football games. Our student recognition, want to recognize Ms. Barker and Chief Finks. They had a parent power of hour at the auditorium where we talked about safety and security. I thought that was great. Met with our superintendent's parent advisory on the 1st I want to recognize Miss Williams and Mr. Brown and myself did a cameo with the Arkansas Gazette about the millage and the history. So I want to thank them for that. Coach Balan and I were at the Wildcat Foundation speaking about the millage. I was also at the tennis Burns Park to congratulate our athletes. The Academy partnership that was also announced, a big deal, the announcement with Baldwin and Shell. As Ms. McLean, we did have an executive team, have a trivia team as well. We did finish 11th at the Wildcat Foundation. We'll try to do better next time. I was with some of our board members at the convention center. Again, superintendent's advisory, high school PTA invited me to talk about the millage, our luncheon at the 6th grade, our recent superintendent's Zoom, just to let the public know as well as I let the board know that the new test results for the Atlas assessment are out. We'll be doing a communication to our community, and probably we're unpacking that with our principals. And at the next board meeting, we will show you the first of those results. But I want to let you know that that is coming. And then some of us, our team, and especially our high school folks, we met with Pulaski Tech to talk about the LEARNS Act as it relates to the Career Readiness Diploma and how we can partner. And one of the things that we had in common that we didn't realize that we had in common that's often a barrier for kids is transportation. And they have a partnership with Rock Region Metro like we do. So we're trying to partner to get our kids there and how we can give them more access. So that's my quick report.
Yay for the Rock Region Metro.
All right.
Okay. Mr. Steele, do you have a legislative update for us?
Just very briefly, just budget hearings are going on right now. On tomorrow, we have legislative council, which will kind of end this round of hearings, and so just only a very few hearings left between now and election day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
15.1, Mr. Smith, is there any classified report? No, sir. There was just the formation meeting, and Ms. Cherry said that she would present the elections whenever there was more substance at the next meeting. Gotcha. Same thing for 15 point. Oh, Ms. Barksdale? We're good?
If you come up here, you're going to have to sing.
How we doing today?
Good.
All right. All right, give me a second to get it pulled up. All right, so I'm here to give you guys insight on our meeting in September. And so in September, we elected new officers for the committee and welcome new representatives. There was a budget discussion with Mr. Brian Brown that entailed the ending of the airship funds that ended at the end of September. It was also discussed that our district was dropping below the 70% threshold of free and reduced lunch, which was cutting into our funding. And this was because DHS had changed the eligibility requirements post-COVID, and that has impacted the number of people that qualify for SNAP. And so the funding typically funded for dyslexia interventionists, coordinators, nurses, and EL teachers. A way to counter this issue is to recertify our CEP with the help of DHS, and if we are able to recertify, then we will lock in that 70% or above for the next 4 years. On September 25th, there was a stipends workshop, and then lastly, there was a review of the licensed personnel policy 3.0. The discussion was to lower the requirement of 25 signatures from the representatives building to 10 signatures to represent their school on the committee. And so, yep, that's all.
What's your name?
Akila Barksdale.
Madam Chairman, permission to speak. Oh, very good report, but most of the time, I know you're new. Please have your document, whatever you have to present to the board, if you would get it to Ms. Cole quick early enough, so we can have it in our packet and be able to look at it, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And thank you so much for your report.
Good report.
Information? Okay. Our only information item is 16.1 enrollment statistics presentation, and I do want to welcome our colleague, Ms. Kathy Hale, who is our coordinator of student data and school counseling services. And this has been something that we have talked about for a while, but this is the first time since I've been here that we've had a presentation like this, and it's very informative, and I want to thank Ms. Hale for her leadership. This is all her that has put all this statistics together, trend data, as it looks at enrollment. So, Ms. Hale, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Kathy Hale. I'm your student coordinator of student data. So the information that you are going to see is all about enrollment in our district. Are we ready for slideshow? There we go. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to see up here is a little overwhelming, but I have been employed with the North Little Rock School District for 28 years. This is my 28th year, and I inherited this information from my predecessor. So we have been looking at enrollment in each and every one of our buildings for quite some time now. You can see here this is 26 years worth of Cycle 2 data. In front of you, Cycle 2 is submitted to the state by October 15th of every school year, and then we pull those certified reports to where we get this information. You can see the buildings that we've closed, the buildings that we've opened, and it would take a whole lot of time to go through each and every one of those. So I'm going to break it down just a little bit for you, building by building, so we can look further into the enrollment in our district. So our first school, I'm just going alphabetically here. This is on your left, you see a 6-year enrollment number. This is, again, the Cycle 2 October 1 enrollment at that school. So you can see Amboy's been up and down and all around. We're even this year. On the right-hand side, this is the data that you all have specifically requested before. I took a look at withdrawals and where students are going. So the data that you're about to see is from the beginning of this school year, which is August the 19th, through last Friday, which was October 11th. And just a little background, when a student finishes a school year with us, we do a rollover, and they automatically roll to us with the start date of 8/19 for this school year. If they go to a different school district or withdraw, they will be in this report, meaning they rolled over with us. So you can see there that Amboy has had 86 students withdraw since the beginning of this school year. The graph there shows that 74 of them enrolled in another Arkansas school. That was the data that Dr. Paluski and I had wanted to look into and see where these students are going. So you can see for Amboy Elementary, the top 3 there, 20 of those students went to Pulaski County, 10 to the Little Rock School District, and 8 to Lisa Academy. This is going to differ by school. You'll also see that there is an unknown at the bottom. I will tell you that this data is only as good as it is because of our wonderful secretaries who are entering this entry withdrawal data, because we don't, until I took this position, we didn't track where students went. This is just a comment field that we're having to hand type this in, and then I have to take that data and try to make it concise so we can look at it. So if you see the unknowns, we've got a couple of new secretaries in a couple of schools, so some of those may be larger as we look on. That's Amboy. Boone Park enrollment on the left-hand side looks like it's steadily increased. They've had 76 students withdraw since the beginning of the school year. 66 of those enrolled in another Arkansas school. Boone Park's biggest withdrawals were to Little Rock School District, Pulaski County, and Scholar Maid.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
These students, these 76 students, and then each school has a huge number there, 86. If you total all that up, it's like 1,000 kids. We've had that many kids leave this year. I'm trying to figure that out.
So
she has that later on.
Yeah.
She's got a whole district view of it.
I've got a district view at the end, and we'll talk about where they're
going.
Because this report is withdrawal. This doesn't take into effect any that we've had enter as well. So we'll talk about that more in just if you hold on to that.
That's all I needed to hear right there.
Okay. So let me ask a similar, this last number at 2025, the 372, that's with the 76 out?
Yes, ma'am. So this information is current as of last Friday. I submitted our Cycle 2 report to the state last Friday. So these are certified numbers that we reported to the ADE.
Okay, thank you.
So the left side has the Cycle 2 numbers.
Correct.
For this current year.
Yes, this is very current. Okay, this is Crestwood. Again, the 6 years worth of October 1 enrollment for the Cycle 2 report is what we're looking at on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, the number of students who have withdrawn. At Crestwood, it looks like 25 going to another Arkansas school, and they specified private schools this year as a withdrawal option, so they're using that code now, and they have 18. So to look at Crestwood's withdrawals, their largest numbers are going to Pulaski County, IC, and Abundant Life.
What's a KF waiver?
That's a great question. Yeah. So KF waiver is a student who enrolled in kindergarten, but for maybe special ed services, ended up somewhere like Access School, and the parent applied for a waiver to wait to start the student in kindergarten. It doesn't happen very often. Okay. Glenview Elementary, 6 years worth of numbers there. They have 47 who have withdrawn to another Arkansas school, and their biggest numbers were Little Rock, Lisa Academy, and Jacksonville North Pulaski for Glenview area. This is Indian Hills. They've had 75 students withdraw since the beginning of school, 54 of those going to another Arkansas school, and another 5 in private school. So their largest withdrawal at Indian Hills, their top 3 was to Pulaski County, Little Rock School District, and then we've got a tie there for IC, Lisa Academy, and Conway.
What's a Scholar-Made achievement?
It's a new charter school. All right, Lakewood Elementary, this is their numbers for the last 6 years on the left. They've had 63 students withdraw since the beginning of the school year, 40 of whom went to another Arkansas school, and 10 more that went to a private school. Lakewood's largest withdrawals go to Pulaski County, Little Rock, and IC. Meadow Park Elementary, there's 6 years worth of an October 1 enrollment for them. They've had 67 students withdraw since the beginning of the school year, 54 of whom went to another Arkansas school. Their biggest withdrawal is to Eastham Public Charter, Lisa Academy, and Little Rock School District, followed closely by Pulaski County. This is Ridge Road Elementary, and their enrollment over the last 6 years, they've had 90 students withdraw since the beginning of the year, 75 of whom went to another Arkansas school with 11. I'm sorry, that's not, I thought that was private. That's out of state. Ridge Road's largest, this is a little skewed. We have a brand new front office secretary at Ridge Road, so they've got 29 that were not listed, so I would not call that good data on where these students are going, but if you look at the ones who were entered, Little Rock, Lisa Academy, and Pulaski County closely matches the rest of the district. 7th Street also has a new secretary in their building. There's 6 years worth of enrollment for them. They've had 58 students withdraw to another Arkansas school, and there's again a large number unknown, but they have quite a few going to Friendship Aspire Academy, which is also a new charter school. This is the 6th grade campus. This data may look, to my eye, is a little different from all of the others because the 6th grade school is our only 1-year school. So that number on the left-hand side going up and down could just be the different class sizes because that only one graduation year is in this school at that time. So that is not a good judge of enrollment because that could just vary by your class size. But they've had 131 students enroll in another Arkansas school since the beginning of the school year, and another 20 into private schools. And their data, you can see Pulaski County, Lisa Academy, and CAC are the biggest withdrawals there at the 6th grade level. For 7 and 8, their enrollment on the left, they've had 156 students withdraw since the beginning of the school year. 126 of them enrolled in another Arkansas school. And their data, again, going to Pulaski County, Lisa Academy, and Little Rock School District are the top 3 for that one. The COE's enrollment has gone up these last few years. You will see a little mirror of that also, because that's a school within a school. So if you're moving from one school to the other, it can balance like a scale with the high school. They've had 28 students enroll in another Arkansas school. Most of them are going to Pulaski County, Little Rock, or Eastham. This is your high school numbers here with 125 students enrolling in another Arkansas school this school year. They're going to Pulaski County, Little Rock, and Premier are the biggest enrollees there. So then I took all of those and I added them up district-wide. And this is only K-12 that we're looking at here. This does not include any pre-K numbers in it. And those are your district totals over the last 6 years on the left, and where these students went. So you can see that we had over 900 students enroll in other Arkansas schools. That is not uncommon. Little Rock, Pulaski County, and North Little Rock, we trade students like crazy. They come and go from one to another. It happens all year long. It's a revolving door. So just keep in mind that this is showing withdrawal data. So this is information about students who left. I have not done this for students who have come to us and where they've come from. This is the overall for the district. So you can see that Pulaski County, Little Rock, and Lisa Academy are probably your largest 3. If I'm looking at out of state is another one for that with the district totals.
Do we get very many? I know it's both ways.
For sure.
But do we get many from the private schools to North Little Rock, Lisa Academy, the other scholastic school over here?
The charter schools, yes, sir, we do. Okay. I would say that these numbers that we're losing, they balance out because a lot of them will leave for a little while and come back. So some of these that might be on this that have left already this school year will end up with us at the end of the school year. We have a very highly mobile population.
On the very first slide, can you tell me what that, when it says close, I saw that. I should have called up here and got that answer before, but what is that indication of?
The year that building was closed. So
the building was closed?
Yeah, so Bellwood is the second one on that list. Bellwood was closed in 2012, so you're not going to see any data after that. Lynch Drive was closed in 2014.
Oh, so schools that basically went out of existence.
We closed those schools,
or
and those students were
when
with another school.
The junior highs and made it into one, and you were building new schools, and you were closing them out. Yep, that's that's exactly what that shows.
Thank you.
On the district totals, the pie chart there, is that since the beginning of school, you just took the data from
Yes,
each
ma'am.
of the schools and put it together there?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
There was not anything in this data that surprised me. When I saw it, I think we knew that, and it's very common for those students to be coming within the city, rotating through some of our thing. There was nothing about any of those that surprised me at all.
Madam Chair.
Sure.
Ms. Hill,
yes,
profound report.
Thank you.
And reason I say profound, for you to find the data from each school to find out why these students left and where they went, and you're to be commended on that.
Thank you.
It's very informative. It's the
Yeah, I
first
love
time
this
we've
data.
had it.
What about the other side? When are we going to get that information? That tonight?
What was that? I'm
What are
sorry.
the, yeah, I missed
So
that.
you want the enrollment?
Who came in?
Oh, the opposite. Who came in?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I can do that. But again, it's only going to be as good as what we have in there. So when they enroll,
because you don't have control of the other side.
well, the code that you see on the right hand side, enrolled from another Arkansas school, that's going to be used. But whether or not somebody typed in, they came from Sylvan Hills or wherever. That's where I get the data on the next screen. And I've been very adamant in training, making sure people are putting that in. And I don't know if it's as good on the enrollment side, but I mean, I am willing to look into that. Takes a little
Because as of today, we serve 7,776 students, but that includes pre-K. And what she's reporting on is what our ADM is based upon is without pre-K. That's why you see the 7,203 number versus the 7,776. That's the total.
Correct.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
You have on here incarcerated.
Yes. Unfortunately, we have incarcerated, we have deceased, we
Juvenile
have
system.
and when a lot of our students right now who are incarcerated are being sent to DeWitt, to the juvenile facility, and so then we
Temporarily.
transfer. Correct, but during that time, they are in part of DeWitt school system while they're being served there, and then they can come back to So.
Very good.
And that's important because that's part of our enrollment record.
It is.
Yes.
If Pulaski County is not taking care of our kids, we don't get credit or money for them.
Correct.
That's very
Is there a
good.
facility in DeWitt? Is that what it
Yes.
is, Tracy? So they're just going to that facility then?
Yes,
And
they're
that's
there.
where-
They have to get education while they're there.
Oh, yeah, 100%, yes. But why are we not keeping them in Pulaski
So
County?
if you look on the high school one, you can see that there's, I can't read that number, Dr. P, it's behind your head.
DeWitt
DeWitt.
School District 3.
Mhm,
Yeah.
those are part of that.
But, okay, that follows up though, so like when you take your seat in January, can we keep them kids here in Pulaski County? I mean, I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Alexander is going through some
Yeah.
difficulties in
Yes.
investigation
Yes.
on some issues and allegations, and I think once that's over, it'll go back
Okay.
to where it
Okay,
was.
yeah. That's fair, that's fair.
Okay. I was sitting here multiplying 8,158 times those students that have been incarcerated. That's a heck of a lot of money
Yes.
that we've
Yes.
lost.
Yes.
Mhm. Oh, 100%, yes.
You know, that was the new number that we're getting, that the government approved for new students. Used to
I
be
was trying to follow.
7,000. Now
Sorry.
it's 8,100 and some cent now that it's gonna be the new thing that they'll
Yeah,
be getting.
the per pupil allocation.
Uh-huh. Oh, great report. Thank you.
I was taking a look at this, and it seems that about 75% of the total is they're leaving for the highest is the Pulaski County
Yes, ma'am.
School District,
Yes, ma'am.
and then the next is we don't know, out of state or unknown, and then the charter school they're about 21%, and Pulaski County, Little Rock, and Jacksonville together are about 29%. So I guess, like you say, we've got this revolving door that
We do.
within the districts within the Pulaski County. And I guess maybe that's always gone on, and I guess it'll continue. Has it done that as long as?
If you go back to the first slide, sorry, I have to keep like going all the way back. If you look at 1, 2, 3, 4, like the sixth from the bottom where it says district and it has the 602 line. I know that's a really tiny report. Sorry. That is your district totals for the last 26 years, and you can see them. I should have probably done a graph for that. You can see how they have gone up and down and up and down. And so, yes.
I had this
don't think it's
inclination when
abnormal.
I was looking at that. It's like, man, I'd like to see a timeline above that to like what was going on in those years that could have affected some of those things. You know, like the millage, the COVID, all those different things that occurred over time that caused some ebb and flow.
And we talked
So you
about
can
that.
see the plus or minus from the previous year above the white line at the bottom, and you can look at that 2021 year. We lost nearly 500 students. That was COVID. So you can kind of gauge that, whether if it's gone up or down. Do you see that line? Sorry, it's right above the white part, and it just shows you. Plus, what if we went up or down from the previous year? So we've taken in the last 6 years, we've taken 2 hits over 300 kids a year.
Right.
But again, I don't think we're any different than any other district. I don't see anything out there that jumps out at me that is abnormal, and lots of districts having highly mobile students and trying to get people to come to school.
So I want to kind of piggyback on one of you had said this, the Pulaski County Special School District that consists of the middle schools and the high schools are going to be Joe T. Robinson, Maumelle, Mills, and Sylvan Hills. And if you'll pay attention to that, who has had the new builds within Pulaski County Special School District, and that's them. So they've got new facilities. So we're losing kids to new facilities where we are still with our 2012 builds from the last millage. And that's, again, going to play a big factor in this millage that's coming up, because we're trying to build new facilities and give us an indoor complex where that is what we're competing against right here within that middle school and high school.
So if you look at the 6th grade there, 6th grade alone, Pulaski County, which would be your middle school, is 28 of those students. And for 7th grade, does that say 35?
Yes, 35.
Kind of small.
You need some readers.
Not that far away.
But yeah, this is really good report. I love this. This was really good. Yeah, and then it went out of state. That kind of shocked me. 141 over the year. I mean, that's some pretty good families that we're losing.
Our students our families are very mobile. 133 across the district moving out of state. And a lot of them, we see them return as well.
That's good.
Well, this information is priceless.
It is.
It's priceless, and I just really, really admire you for pulling all this together, because I know that was quite a task.
It was fun.
But it's very good for us to be able to see this, because a lot of times you hear, oh, well, all the kids are leaving because they're going to this or they're going to that. So this gives us something solid to say. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It was interesting to see 102 went to Lisa. It seems like because they're right outside of our back door, you know, we think that we lose quite a few to them. Sure. But Lisa's 102 on here. And then I also looked at CAC, because I feel like, and I saw them, they only came on scene until 6th grade.
Correct.
For their data. And so that was interesting, because we're always talking about how we're losing our children at the 6th grade campus, and we're losing them at
CAC
is where that's at, I noticed. So that was really good data right there, too.
And if you just to that, and we'll wrap it up with that, but if you remember Mr. Brown's presentation in that year of 2012, 2013, you saw that dip. That's when we had consolidated the junior highs, and we all went into one building, and that had caused some significant change in enrollment. But I agree with the new facilities for sure.
Very good. Football, too. You had 13 to go to Bryant. You did.
Okay.
I read it.
If you say so, yes, ma'am.
And I've been told they'll come back in January so they can graduate from from North Rock High School.
We are seeing that,
so
yes,
that's
ma'am.
the transition, you know.
I know a few years ago, our senior class today was the largest class that we've had in like 10 years. We had data, and it was like over 600 students. And then if you look at it today, we're under 500 students. And of course, I kept up with that because that's my daughter's class. So the largest one, I'm like, oh, you know, Sissy's a part of that. And now it's like just an average class for us. And I'm like, oh, what happened there? So it's just interesting.
Football.
Well, that plays
I have no data to support that. Sorry.
Yeah.
You have to have winners in order for people to remain in every aspect.
East Stemp's got 47 of our kids. I was a little shocked in that one, too. And I'll say this, those are uniforms. You got to remember this, too. Charter schools are uniform schools until they get to the high school, and then it varies. But for the most part, middle school, elementary, those are uniforms, and we don't have uniforms here in the school district. So that's something to consider.
Thank you.
Good job, Ms. Hale.
Madam
Yes,
Chair?
good job.
I never did get to say anything, but I was.
Please.
No, you good. But I was just gonna say too that leave me alone, Dorothy Williams. I was gonna say too that the marketing component too may help play a part in it as far as making sure that our message gets out there, that we have a good
Very good.
product,
Very
and
good.
we need to put that out there. Thank you so
Very good.
much.
That's a good point. Thank you, Ms. Hale.
Standing ovation. You did good.
Madam President, our action item 17, the first action item of new business is 17.1, the employment of personnel. The superintendent recommends the employment of personnel as discussed in executive closed session.
Madam,
Go ahead.
Madam President, I recommend that we accept the recommendation from the superintendent on 17.1, employment of personnel.
Second.
Moved and properly second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Madam President, members of our Board of Education, for the record, my name is Greg Paluski, the proud superintendent of the North Little Rock School District. The next action item that you have before you is action item 17.2, which is the FY25 non-licensed professional salary schedule update. The recommendation from the superintendent is to send the FY25 non-licensed professional salary schedule update to the CPPC for 10 days for its consideration and feedback before it comes back to you. I'll give you some context as it relates to this. Certainly since I've been the superintendent since 2020, I had to stop there for a minute and think about that. And hit the ground running from day one with my responsibilities, as you know, that come straight from the 100-day 100-day transition plan summary report. Currently, as a superintendent of schools, I have 13 direct reports. In the span of control of that, that also includes 7 school board members, in which is considered a direct report based upon your individual needs. Since I've been the superintendent of schools, I've had anywhere over 18 direct reports specifically to myself. Let me give you 2 examples of that. If you remember when I first arrived, my colleague Keith McGee went from assistant superintendent here over to Little Rock as the deputy. And so that was, I believe, 8 or 9 months without an assistant or a deputy until we reorganized that position into a deputy superintendent, in which Dr. Hooper holds today. At that same time, if you remember, so if you think about all those functions that would have been under the assistant superintendent, I accepted those duties and responsibilities. The other example I would give you is when Mr. Williams left as the coordinator of safety services and went to the academy. We did not have a director of safety services for 10 months. Until Chief Finks came along. And I say that as just examples of, in a leadership role, in your span, when there are necessary times like that, there are necessaries that you have to take on those duties and responsibilities until you can put the right systems and structures in place. And so with that, this recommendation is to take a current position and reorganize that into the chief of staff position. I'm very proud as a superintendent and our entire staff of the transformation that we've done in 4 short years. But our work is not done. We've got a lot of improvement left to do, and accountability, as you're going to see in the LEARNS Act, continues to get higher. But certainly in my span of control, I recognize that we need to restructure some things. And in any organization, as you evolve and as you grow, there comes a time and a need to evolve and change. This particular proposal calls for a chief of staff that would directly report to the superintendent, and they would oversee all operational functions. I've listed there the role of the chief of staff, but that would take 5 or 6 of my direct reports, but that would be everything from human resources all the way to transportation. What you also see, and what Rhonda has up here, but is the salary schedule, which we're just changing to chief. We do have a chief financial officer, which is Mr. Brown. We also have a chief information officer. This just gives the superintendent, he or she, in the future, just more flexibility as it relates to a position that he or she would believe would fit that duty and responsibility. What you also have here is a snapshot of the job description. You also have attached here is the job description. You know me by now. I'm very detailed, and I'm very conscious about the work that I believe that needs to be done, so that is clearly spelled out. And then you'll see at the last part is a reorganization structure where that chief of staff would report to me, and then I believe there's 9 functions, which is on the operations side of the house. So currently, traditionally, our operations side of the house has been in a couple different places. This just aligns that side of the house in our school district, which I believe will make us more effective and efficient, and certainly lessen some of my direct responsibilities so I can spend more of the time focused on my leadership priorities as you deem necessary. That is the information that I have before you. I'm happy to answer any questions, but the only thing requested tonight is just to accept the proposal that it would go to the CPPC for 10 days. They get a chance to see this proposal, to ask me questions, and then I would come back to the board with their feedback to ask for your recommendation and approval to move forward.
So the request is to send it, and when it comes back, then we can ask questions then. Correct.
Sure, or you can ask questions now, but yes, if you'd rather have me get their feedback and what some of their questions are, I'd be happy to, or I'm happy to answer any questions now. Either way, as soon as I get that CPPC, I'll work with Mr. Smith to get that to them. This is now public, so they'll have a chance to take a look at it, and I'll meet with them to get their feedback. But again, I'm happy to talk or ask any clarifying questions or overarching questions that you may have.
Anybody have any questions?
I'm all set.
I'm trying to understand it. My computer's not working.
I got you. So you'll see just to give the public and everybody else, you'll see the yellow sheet. That is the biggest kind of broad overview. Talks about the purpose, it talks about the summary, and then it gives a little snapshot, not the full job description, but some major duties and functions, who the individual would supervise, and then gives a little snapshot. This is not a new position. This is a reorganization of a current position, which is clearly listed and with little to no or minimal fiscal impact.
Just for the public to know, how many positions have we absorbed in order for us to pay this amount? So in the beginning, whenever you first came on, we added some coordinators, we've added this and that. So again, if you'll look at an upside down triangle, it looks like we're top heavy. Sure. But over the years, we've absorbed some of those positions. People have left. So do you know off the top of your head?
I don't. I know they're probably somewhere 12, 15 would be a guess, but I don't want to guess on that number. I'd rather, have a straight number. But in some cases we have. But I'll be happy to get that for you. We'll put that in the weekly board report where we've consolidated some positions or combined some positions. We've also, through the course of the year since I've been here, we've added some because that was a necessary. So when I think of like the Division of Curriculum Instruction, and which again, my personal professional opinion, which has gotten the district where it was at the time, is more of a centralized coordination. We definitely recognize we've got some work to do in that area. Also, safety and security, that'd be a huge area that we've invested in with the board. So we've had some needs, but we also recognize as we go forward, we're going to have to make some decisions as well.
What is the role of the deputy superintendent?
Sure. Currently, Dr. Hooper's role, which is over all of the functions that relate to schools. Primary responsibility is school performance. That would be elementary school performance, which you have 9 schools, which is Dr. Lightfoot. Secondary school performance, which right now is vacant, but that is being supervised by Leanne Stoll, our executive director of special services. It also includes Coach Ballon in the student athlete development. It also includes Dr. White, which has the Division of Curriculum Instruction. So there are some large functions that are right underneath the Deputy Superintendent, which is more has the instructional side of the house versus this is the operation side of the house. But we certainly all have to work together to make schools work. But there has to be a balance. But as I solely believe in the operational side, to focus on instruction has to be a dedication to allow her that ability to focus on instruction and not other responsibilities.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And in your notes, you have in here who's reporting to whom.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You
We'll
give
visit
us a
on
more
that some.
extensive one.
Yes, I can. It's actually on our website, but I will provide that. I'll be happy to provide.
The overall chart, that's all. You got
Yeah,
it?
we actually have it on our website. We could actually pull that up. I think Ms. Colquitt could probably whip that up, but we'll be happy to put that. I'll tell you what I'll do. We will link it in this week's weekly board report. It's on our website. Mr. Barnes has put it up there for the public, so you can see how it's currently organized, and then how this
I
will
got
fit.
the old one, and since you were talking about the new chief of staff, I just wanted to see the total picture of everything.
Sure. Would you like to see it, Ms. Williams, as it would look if this proposal goes forward?
Do you know how the old one is on website? Where
I
you
do.
got it broke down?
I do.
I was
We
just
have.
saying, with this added, add this
Sure.
to it. That's
Okay.
all I was asking.
Sure, just an updated what it might look like as it's proposed.
What's the proper word? Updated.
Sure. Which includes this change, correct?
Which includes the change.
Sure.
That's very good.
Yes,
Madam
ma'am.
Chair,
You too. I'm not talking to you.
real quick, I was
Sure.
gonna ask too about, since we have our executive director of elementary, I know that's not in this chart, I'm pointing at this, but I'm not talking about this, but since we have our elementary person, where are we as far as making sure we put that out there as far as getting someone for secondary? Because this is my concern. I know with special services and all that, it's a lot of paperwork that has to be done. And I don't want Dr. Stoll to get overwhelmed, bombarded, and I don't want all that to fall behind either.
And she's not.
I know, because I have faith in you, so sister, but I'm just still saying this. Just making sure that you have what you need as far as making sure you can have all that taken care of. But where are we as far as the secondary component person?
Sure. So I don't know how much that we really want to talk about as it relates to personnel that we've discussed.
Oh, it's okay.
I don't.
Okay. Y'all, this was late.
Right, and I don't know. I don't want to break any violations of executive closed session.
It's posted.
The secondary one, it is not currently posted.
No. It is not currently.
It is not currently posted.
Okay, so that I see here, so that answers my question. Okay, never mind. I just want to make sure that we making sure everybody's good, and that special services is a special situation, and you gotta have all that paperwork. It's a lot, Lord have mercy, it's a lot of paperwork.
We're doing just fine.
Okay. Just making sure we rolling with round wheels and not the square kind.
So from a process standpoint, after the 10 days, will it come back here the first meeting in November or the regular meeting in November?
Yes, sir. It will come to the first board, yes, which will be a special board meeting in which the board can take action on it.
We got, those are the 3 meetings we're having in the room
First
there.
week in November, wasn't it?
Yes, it'll be the first weekend in November, right after Election Day, I believe. The 7th. I don't know if I got my dates right. I think it's the 7th. So I'll work with Mr. Smith. I have to get a meeting with CPPC first between that 10 days. The sooner that I can do that, the sooner I can bring it back as a proposal to gain your support.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You. May I have a motion, please?
Madam President, I also move that we accept the non-licensed professional salary schedule update.
Second.
Okay. Moved and properly second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Madam Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I so move that we accept number 17.3, 17.4, 17.5, 17.6. Special board meetings along with the community meetings. And
I think the community one's gotta be
17.8 and 17.9.
I think we need to do the community service one and
Skip
then,
one.
and then combine
One and-
those.
We saying we're combining them now, aren't we?
No, you gotta, 17.3 has to be separate, the community
Oh, so
service
we
learning
just moved-
partner.
Oh, you
Yeah.
wanna go with that one first?
Yes.
I thought someone just did that.
No, we just did the license salary
Go ahead
update
and
too.
give us a motion on it. You're on
All
it.
right. All we have to do is have a motion on the 17.2.
Point three.
17.3.
17.3.
Oh, look, that's different. The community service learning partner application 17.3. I so move that we accept the recommendation from Mrs. Hale on First Baptist Church.
Second.
Okay, moving properly second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Now you can bundle them.
Now somebody else can run. I'd like to.
Madam Chair, I move that we approve 17.4 special meeting October 10th, 17.5 special meeting October 3rd, 17.6 regular meeting September 19th, 17.7 special meeting September 5th, 17.8 regular meeting August 15th, 17.9 special meeting August 6th, 17.10 special meeting August 1st. Dang, we was busy. 17.11 regular meeting July 25th.
Second.
Okay. Moving properly second. All in favor?
Aye.
And any opposed? Motion carried. Consent agenda.
Madam President,
Yes.
I also move that we accept the bank reconciliation, the net legal balance worksheet, the monthly financial reports, the business office items, the payment of regular bills.
Second.
What about the facilities use?
Mm-mm.
Okay, all right. Moving properly second. And we accept 18.1 through 18.5. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
So for the record, I would like to step out on the facilities use request because I'm a part of the band boosters, and the band boosters are a part of the stadium request for the facility.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
Madam President,
Yes.
I move we accept 18.6 facility use requests.
Second.
Moving properly second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion
Aye.
carried. Okay. So now we're on to acknowledgements.
Okay, I'll be through because it's 7:13. First, I would like to thank Dr. Paluski in his report that we're buying a 14-passenger bus for the homeless so that they can get to wherever they need to be, and it's a part of state law, but we just approved it, and I want to thank you for that. And also, I want to thank the technology for the extra Chromebooks, for the extra assignments that students need to have. That was a part of your consent agenda. And also, I want to thank the weekly reports on academics and the motivation from all of our elementary schools. They put something out very positive every week academically. And that, to me, is something that makes me feel good to know that they're not only doing academics, but they're doing things that are really, really exciting. And they're all in small groups, and that's one thing. And then I appreciate the weekly reports on Fridays about our administrators and what they're doing everywhere. And that, to me, just making me feel good as a board member that they are really doing some positive things. Thank you.
I'd like to recognize that I have my husband's cousin in the audience tonight, Susan. She is a retired educator, from England.
Not Arkansas now.
Not Arkansas. That's right. And I asked her if she might want to sign up to sub while she's here, but I haven't been successful in getting that yet. But we are enjoying having her. We actually went to see My Fair Lady last night, so she got to hear Americans put on a British accent. So.
Oh wow, awesome!
British accent.
I want to hear your feedback on that. Excellent. Good. Well, welcome. Yes, welcome.
So nice to have you here.
Yes.
Anything else?
Yes, I did not mention in my legislative report, but during our budget hearings, they increase our recommendation to increase. We have legislative council tomorrow, which I'm sure they will approve, but they went up to $100 million for grants for safety and security.
Wow.
And we were successful last time. I think there were a lot of very complimentary comments that came from legislators last time. So
sure.
the quicker we get on it, we may even receive even more in grant monies for safety and security.
Let's go ahead and just write that now, and then when the day it comes available, we hit send.
Anything else? Just two. Number one, I want to recognize Dr. Hooper. Glad to have her back. Number two, I also want to recognize our parents. We have a parent-teacher conference tomorrow. So I want to encourage all of our parents to go engage during parent conferences. Typically it's high at elementary and it's low in secondary. So I want to encourage all of our parents to go see your child's teacher and check on them.
That is true.
All right.
Madam President, I
Yes.
so move that we adjourn.
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Second.
Meeting adjourned.